Hey old sport, my name is Jay Gatsby and this is Draw My Life. So hey, I'm Gatsby. It was 1890 when James Gatz, that's me baby, was born in North Dakota to Henry Gatz. That's pops for me. But overall, my parents were shiftless and unsuccessful people. Sad I know. In 1906, I attended St. Olaf Lutheran College in southern Minnesota after failing to be a salmon fisher, but I dropped out 2 weeks later because working as a janitor was shit. And this is Dan. I met him at 17 at Lake Superior and changed my name to Jay. Jay Gatsby. Hotsy totsy, am I right? And that was just the beginning of my career. And then my best mate Cody and I sailed the fine seas for 5 years. 3 times around the continent, in fact, old sport. Then Dan died in Boston. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that he left $25,000 dosh, not to me but his dumb daughter Dan. And then the war began. I was stationed at Camp Taylor in Louisville, and that's where I met the most beautiful beer cat ever, and I was in love with her. She was extraordinary, old sport. Then I had to leave her to go to Europe and fight in the war. But the good thing about all this is I got so many medals, man, and I did so well. And then I spent 5 months at Oxford University in a program for army officers. It was mint. Then I went to New York and met the legendary Moya Wilsheim for a job. And then I rose to get that dough, bro. I lived in West Egg now, home to the best windings you've ever seen. And then Nick, this fancy chap, moved next door to me, and I invited him over to one of my parties to meet him. Yo, he helped me reconnect with my one true love, Daisy. And yo, she's a bomb. Like, we are in love. August is where it all went to shit. I accidentally but purposely revealed the whole shindig to the Blue Nose at Tom at the hotel. But the Sheba stays with Tom. The audacity. All of a sudden, it gets really wild. Daisy runs over Myrtle, Tom's daughter, with a machine, old sport. I don't know how, but like, it happened. And well, I got bought by a nobody named Wilson. And that, my friends, was my life. Thank you for watching.